When I make a mistake, I own it. And I mean, no judgment there. You know, hey, ladies love tacos too. These are my favorite trucks. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Orange Wires Garage. And in this episode, we just purchased a 2015 Toyota Tacoma double cab. I was super excited about this truck because everything was contained to this bedside here. And that was the only damage. We were looking forward to fixing that rear end, fixing the bedside, and everything was going to be okay. But this is the first time this has really happened to us. When we got the truck delivered today, they had ran the forklift into this door, and it destroyed the door, destroyed the rocker. And then check this out. 2 big dents and scratches right here. And it was not that way. I'll show you the photos right now. And it just made me really sick because, I mean, I may have paid too much for all that. So I contacted COPART. Y'all know it's as is. I just hope that they'll do something because this is kind of not as described. And if it was just a little ding or something like that, I wouldn't really worry about it. But this is bad. This door won't even open because the rocker's got it really bad. I really hate it. I mean, even this door, there's a brace that goes right through here, and it got right into it right there. So it's really, really bad. But check this out here. I mean, the rear end is back. I took a peek up in there, and I mean, everything looks okay. The frame and everything is perfect up in there. Just the exhaust pipe is bent. Just the spring stuff is bent, and the bedside. And all in all, this truck was looking really, really good. It has been a while since we've had the Extreme Off-Road Edition. Everything looks good. The bumper just got a little ding or two. The tailgate looks good. Everything down the driver's side, that looks good. The tailgate looks good. It's got a little bit of trash in here. We've got the Salt Life and the Hello Kitty Tacoma. So I'm guessing this was a lady's truck. And I mean, no judgment there. You know, hey, ladies love tacos too. These are my favorite trucks. I mean, looking inside, the seats are a little bit dirty. We got the fender flare in there. Might even be able to save that. But just checking out the front and everything, I mean, it's a nice truck, 4-wheel drive truck. That's about all we ever buy. And this truck, she's just an SR5. No off-road, no sport. That doesn't really matter. I mean, I like it anyway. I love these trucks. It will clean up nice inside, make a really nice truck. I mean, it's got a couple of little dingers right here. But I mean, looking at this, we'll have to paint the whole side anyway. So not a big deal. We'll take care of that. Looking up front, kind of hard to see. I got the door shut here. But everything looks good. I mean, the hood looks good. Windshield looks good. All in all, everything is exactly as we expected it to be when it got here, except for that. Really unfortunate. Let me know in the comments below if any of y'all that's dealt with COPART before have had anything like this happen. Like I said, I mean, a ding or two that we can just fix, that's one thing, but this is, I mean, that's bad. That's a ton of work and a lot of money. So definitely let me know in the comments if you've had something like this happen to you. And normally, this would be the part of the video where I'd say, that's enough talking. Let's get started and let's get some of this work done. But I'm gonna hold off until I hear back from that general manager, kind of see what he says. Gonna make a big list of all the parts that it needs so we can get started. If it works out in our favor, I don't know. We might not even have a favor. We just may be stuck with a truck that's got about another, $1,500 in parts. So let's make our parts list anyway and see how much it's going to cost us to get this truck fixed. Well, guys, I emailed the general manager at COPART. The assistant GM emailed me back, and the only thing that they're willing to offer up is the delivery fee, which was $145, and $20 for the title fee. So $165 they're offering up for $1,300 in parts. I mean, I really can't believe that. So I pleaded my case with them. I emailed them again, and I told them, I said, look, if I had to buy that door, it's $1,000, or buy this side, it's $300. So they said that they really understood. He emailed me back and he said, look, this is all I can do. And I only asked for $500 credit. I was like, hey, can you give me $500 credit? Put it on my account. And they just wouldn't give me $500 credit. They said that they would do $165, which was the delivery fee and the title fee, or they would buy it back and take the truck back and auction it off again. So I was at a real dilemma, and I kind of already got attached to the truck. And a little bit off camera, I went ahead and temporaried the suspension up and put a tire on it so that we could drive it in and out of the shop. I even took it on a quick trip down the road. And I tell you that it's really unfair. I mean, the way that they did us on this truck was 100% wrong. I mean, you could clearly see they ran the big forklift into it. When I make a mistake, I own it. If it costs me money, I pay for it. Evidently, COPART, they're not the same. They're not the same as you and me. They're not going to do things right. They're not going to do things the right way. It's all about the money for them and them not taking any responsibility. And I'm not asking them to take like any money at all away from the insurance company. I just wanted $500 credit out of the $1,360 that I paid COPART fees. I feel like that's fair. They didn't. But you know what? We're going to keep the truck anyway and fix it because I really like the truck. It's going to cost a little more money. We may not make as much money. Heck, we may not make any money, but we're going to hop to it. We're going to get to work, see if we can get that rocker pulled down, get that passenger door open, because I think I'm going to try to fix the door. It's really the only way that I can come out. If I have to buy a $1,000 door, it's not going to work. So let's get it on the lift. Let's see if we can pull the rocker down, open up the door, start fixing this truck. What we've been doing here, I just worked on that rocker so I could get the door open. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna try our best to get the door panel off, see how bad this door is, because as y'all know, COPART didn't want to pay us for it. We can't really afford to buy one. We're gonna see if we can fix it. And then I'm just gonna have to replace that little section of rocker. There's no way to fix that one. So let me show you what else we've been up to. And when that axle comes back, it pushed the spring back, it pushed this hanger back just a little bit. So I've been working with the pulling ram and I tied it off to the cross member under here. So I've almost got it pulled back perfectly straight. This is still up just a little bit, and I'll be able to finish up the finesse work on that, make sure it measures 100% OEM. So I noticed on this spring, this one had a helper, which is like an add-a-leaf, but it is broke. This side was kind of knocked apart. I just temporaried everything back together. And right here on this differential, we're leaking just a little bit of fluid. I already checked it, it's completely full, but I think this gasket got damaged when it wiggled around because the axle itself measures perfectly straight. And I think I'll just try to go ahead and change that gasket out Have to pull both the axles to get the carrier out, but then we can change the gasket on the differential and check out our wheel here. This is the wheel that was on the truck in the accident. And I just stuck this old tire on here because it's the exact same size. And I wanted to make sure that it would balance out. Check that out. So since it balanced out, it's holding there. So I'm just get a new tire and clean these wheels up and get some new center caps and make them things look good. Because up front, this truck's got a Toy Tech leveling kit. So I just ordered an add a leaf for the back there. But I think I'll just finish up my finesse work because I want to get the truck down from the lift and get started on the door and the rocker. And as you can see here, the bed is already off. And I keep meaning to show you guys how easy it is to take one of these bedsides off. So I'm gonna do my best to remember this time to just show you how it bolts back on. So we'll just kind of go through the process of getting the bedside bolted back on. They finally started making these bedsides aftermarket because Toyota, you know, it's been since 2015 since they made this bedside. So I guess coming up on 10 years. They may not be making them for much longer, but you can get these short beds aftermarket now. So I got one on the way, should be here today. And I think it was like 500 bucks. And this has been a lot of talking, but I kind of wanted to explain everything that was going on. But there's a lot kind of behind the scenes on this one, but we're going to get started on that door, get that stuff fixed. I'll show you the add a leaf when we put that in. Our exhaust pipe's even been a little bit. I'm probably going to replace that. Well, this right here is what I've been up to. I've been working on this door and it was really bad right in here. I pushed everything out from the inside the best I could, but I still had a couple of little bitty valleys in there. So I filled it with some fiberglass. So now I'm just going to wipe a nice thin coat of body filler over this, a little bit of Bondo, then come back with a little bit of glaze. Should be smooth. And I used the Vevor Spot G090E to pull these dents out and to pull a bunch of those dents out. So I might as well put a little Bondo on that stuff and kind of get it all smoothed down. I cut that section of rocker out and I got a new section and I cut out of a donor piece and gonna weld that back in there. And we'll mix up a little Bondo, smooth it down, sand it down. You can put some Bondo on that and kind of smooth it down. Get a little glaze, get a little primer. Maybe we can get it in the booth and get it painted. I've been taking my time and just measuring and cutting. And the forklift, well, she damaged our little rocker, but I've got that piece all cut out and ready to weld it in. Might as well fire up that welder and tack it in there like I want it, get it welded up. Hey, just spend a little bit of time with this, got that all welded in. The forklift ain't got nothing on us. So we'll just sand that glaze down and see how it all looks. I think it's gonna be perfect. Put a little rock guard on it, get a little primer on it, finish up these two doors, get some primer on that. And man, we'll be on our way to the booth. Before we get to the primer, people ask me all the time about the filtration system for water here at the shop, and it's not much. Let me show you what we do. And before we spray anything, usually every day, I come out here and just drain the water from the compressor. And this valve, it goes right to the bottom of the compressor tank. So we just empty it out. The line from the compressor comes right in through here to this valve. I always keep that closed when we're not using it and overnight. Then I added this little drain right here to let the water out, which is probably nothing in there. But I drain the water out here because this line goes to the booth. And inside the booth, all we have here is just this sharp F88 water separator. So then I'll just come in here and open that up and let the water out of the bottom of that. And that's really the only water filtration system that we have here at the shop. And you probably noticed that on all the guns that we use, I put this little water and oil trap just in case. And well, I know we could do better, but we just hadn't had a lot of trouble with moisture getting into the paint. We do have trouble with bugs and dust, but who don't? So let's prime these spots we fixed up on this truck. Man, I'm really digging the rocker. We'll be ready to hop on something else. Got the truck all taped up. The body work is really, really close. And I've got this little mini detail gun from Harbor Freight. I'm gonna use it to spray the primer to kind of keep the overspray down. We'll spray a little on, see how it all looks, and hopefully we're good to go. We definitely got that all primered in, and it's looking pretty good. I'm gonna block this door down again, kind of see where we're at, but I think we're in a really good spot. Everything is looking really good, but I think we ran out of time for this video, guys. But definitely leave us a comment below and let us know what you think about this build so far. And definitely stay tuned. In the next episode, we're gonna weld on the new exhaust tailpipe. Then we've got to tackle this rear differential. We're going to pull the carrier out, see if we can seal that sucker up and get this thing in the booth, get it all cleaned up and get it looking 100% OEM. And don't forget to give us a follow on Instagram at Orange Wires Garage. We always post there before YouTube. We'll catch you guys next time in the next episode. We're out.